Hey, you beautiful coaches. I know that I've welcomed a lot of you to the program, and most of you have now been working with us for 5 or 8 weeks, and so now you're really getting your feet wet. And I want to talk with you and welcome you into this next phase of the program. So when you came into this program, there was a lot of intellectual energy. What do I have? Where do I find it? What do I do with it? Am I doing it right? And I've noticed that people coming in, and I did this too, were really excited from an intellectual level. It's like, yes, we're thinking. And sometimes we get over the top. And I love that. But here's what happens. When you come in and you start doing those processes, the money map and the early money paradigm, and you come into some of those aha moments, those oh my gosh moments, and you're working on a conscious and unconscious level in your energy field. And we've got these levels of our field, and I call them chakras, but they're focal levels of our energy. And coming in, we're working with the first, second, and third levels. And then there's aspects that you're going to see and feel of some forgiveness work that's going to show up. And what we're doing is we're working with these and kind of weaving them in. We separate them out, but they all work together. We're building a tapestry. And so you come into the money map and you look around, and you start to work with other coaches, and you start to work with yourself. And how does this feel? How does it feel physically? And you start to engage and develop in this new community with these new strangers. And am I safe? Is it okay if I show up in my fear and vulnerability with these new peoples face to face? So after you've started in that money map, then you go into early money paradigm. And so you start looking at that and seeing where everything came from and how you felt about it, what your buy-ins were back then, and how you bring that through a lot of times to where you are now. Some of you have worked on it, so you have less, but some of us, brought a lot of this stuff with us. And one of the things back then in that early paradigm, there's family, there's safety, and there's feelings, and there's desires, and we see that. And we see maybe where it got shut down. And so, some of us haven't had these feelings in years, maybe decades. And I was like that. In one of Margaret's early programs that I was in, I was going through the feeling part and desires. And it was like, man, I need a cheat sheet of words because I started to have these feelings, but I couldn't describe them. So sometimes you don't even know what those words are. And then once I did have some of those words and starting to feel this, then I didn't know what to do with them. And I remember asking some of the staff, it was facetious, but it was like, do you have a rent-a-mom? Because I needed someone to help me go through these. I didn't know what to do with these feelings now that I had them. What was appropriate? What could I take out into the world? What was keeping me stuck? What do I do with it? I don't know. And so then we come into this third level of action. So we've got safety. Is it safe? You have desire. Is it safe to have desire? What is it? And then when you find out what it is, then I'm going to act on it. Well, safety comes in there too. Is that safe? And so now you need to act on it. And so one of the things we take you through that process of downside of wealth. And you take a look at that and see that you have, in this visualization, you have taken that that step, that action step. And you have money, and you have this business, and you go see where where it sits with you, where it hits in your body. Is it okay? Is it not okay? So sometimes the other thing that comes up through this weaving is it can be a feeling, or it can start to come out that I did something a long time ago that's holding me back. I made a mistake, whatever that was. And it's holding you back. And so you got to get through that. And sometimes it'll be part of the panic. It'll be part of the paralysis. And so what do you do? And so as we go through this weaving, as we go through this safety and desire and action, and you get there into this place of not knowing, I want you to just stop in that space and breathe. And I want you to know that you're okay. That's a place a lot of us find ourselves. And it's a great place to be, because we can go from there. And there I want you to breathe, and I want you to reach out. So I want you to reach out to Polly, to Petra, to me. We're here to support you in the processes for the program, but also in your inner work that happens. And so we have these, we've had some Zoom sessions. So we have that guidance session when you all came into Zoom, and we talked about different processes, answer different questions, set things up. We can go deeper into that. And then what happens when we go deeper into those, because of where you are, what you're feeling, what you're sorting through in your feelings? Lots of questions, lots of issues can come up, and you can take them to Margaret. Because when we're not doing our guidance sessions with you, Margaret's doing Q&A. And you want to take advantage of Margaret and her genius. So come to us. Let's talk about it. Let's get some questions going, and then we can go to that next level with Margaret. We also have office hours that we are introducing. I've popped on a couple of times with office hours, but I'm hoping this week we're going to have an established time. So we'll give you the link. You just pop on and ask us questions, or tell us what you're going through. Celebrate with us. If you're having a hard time, tell us that. We'll support. We'll find, if we're not the ones, we'll find someone to help you. So I just want you to know, in this program, we've been through these things of coming in, being excited, starting to do the work, and then all this other stuff kind of floods through our system. And that's normal, and it has to happen. We all have different levels. So, and it might not happen too much right now, but as we go into financial trauma, goal trauma, outrageous goals, might bring more things up. So just know that we are here for you, okay? And we're going to have Polly and Petra have videos that they are going to share with you, share their expertise, share how to do marketing and videos, share self-care. So I just welcome you again, now that we're on the journey together. And as you need help, write to me, write to them, make appointments, and come to our Zoom rooms, okay? You guys are great. You are doing so well, okay? I love you all. Take care.